Tonight, something unusual is happening in the energetic bond between you and him. His heart is calling you tonight, even if he's silent, and if you stay with me for the next few minutes, you'll understand why the universe chose this exact moment to activate this connection so intensely. This is not coincidence. It is alignment. And before we go deeper, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the messages your soul has been asking for. You may feel a softness around your chest, a sensation like someone gently whispering your name in a place no one else can hear. That is the first sign. His heart is reaching out, almost involuntarily, guided by something far beyond his logical mind. Even in silence, he is calling you, and your intuition knows it. For days, you might have felt a strange pull. Dreams, sudden memories, a feeling that he is thinking of you out of nowhere. This is not fantasy. This is the magnetic field created between mirror souls when one begins to awaken emotionally. He feels your energy rising, and it draws him toward you like a tide that refuses to retreat. He may not speak. He may not act. He may not show a single sign on the surface. But inside him something is shifting. Something ancient, familiar, and powerful. His silence is not distance. It is overwhelm. It is everything he cannot say yet, bundled into a vibration he hopes you can feel on your own. Tonight that vibration is stronger. It is almost as if his higher self stepped forward and said, "Enough running." His heart is tired of pretending, tired of resisting, tired of hiding what it feels for you. And this message comes because you need to understand the reason behind the emotional storm you've been sensing. You may have noticed your mood changing quickly, or waves of longing rising without explanation. These emotional echoes are not random. They are reflections of what he is feeling right now. When his heart calls, yours answers, because the connection between you is not physical first. It is energetic, eternal, and deeply spiritual. In the past, he may have pushed you away out of fear. Fear of intensity. Fear of vulnerability. Fear of losing control. But now, something inside him is unraveling. His silence is becoming heavy, uncomfortable, impossible to maintain. He feels you in ways he cannot ignore anymore. Even if he tries to distract himself, life keeps pulling him back to you. Songs, memories, dreams, moments of déjà vu. Everything becomes a doorway leading him straight back into your energy. He cannot escape the truth his soul already knows. You are imprinted inside him. And tonight his heart is louder, clearer, more honest. You may feel it as a warmth, a pressure, or a lingering presence around you. You may feel him as if he were standing behind you, watching you, thinking of you, reaching for you in a dimension without words. This moment is sacred. When a masculine soul finally allows himself to feel rather than resist, the entire dynamic between you begins to shift. It is the first step toward breakthrough, toward awakening, toward union in its purest, most spiritual form. He might not send a message, even though he wants to. You may not receive a call, even though he's tempted. But the desire is there, intense, growing, undeniable. He wants you to feel him. He wants to be close. He wants you to know that you never left his heart. If you've been feeling restless today, that is why. If you've been sensing a presence around you, that is why. If your own heart suddenly feels fuller, heavier, or strangely emotional, that is why. Your souls are interacting in the subtle plane where fear cannot interfere. What he cannot express with his voice, he is expressing with his energy. It is raw. It is real. It is powerful. And it is reaching you whether you like it or not. His heart is speaking a language you've always known by instinct. The universe is illuminating the path between you tonight. It is thinning the veil so the connection feels more alive, more immediate, more tangible. You are receiving what he cannot say, Because your soul is ready, open, and receptive. He has been thinking about you longer than he admits. Those thoughts generate emotion, and emotion generates energy. Energy that travels directly to you. That is why you feel him even during moments of complete silence. He remembers the way you made him feel, safe, understood, challenged, seen. No one else mirrors him like you do. No one else awakens his soul the way you do. And tonight, he feels the absence of your presence as if it were a weight over his chest. The masculine heart awakens slowly, but when it awakens fully. And this moment is the beginning of that awakening. You may not see it yet in the physical world, but spiritually, the transformation has begun. Your energy has changed something inside him. Your growth has shifted the dynamic between you. Your strength has pulled his soul into recognition. That is why he feels you so intensely now, because you evolved, and your evolution called him forward. There is a part of him that worries he waited too long. A part that hopes you still feel him the way he feels you. A part that wants to reach out but fears everything he cannot predict. And yet, the universe keeps guiding him toward you with unmistakable clarity. You may feel a longing tonight, not as pain but as a pull. That pull is the thread between your hearts tightening with purpose. It is his soul trying to close the distance in the only way it knows how. When you breathe in deeply, you may sense him. When you close your eyes, you may see him. When you quiet your mind, you may feel his emotions brushing against yours. These are signs of energetic contact from a soul that has run for too long. He is awakening to the truth that ignoring this connection never made it go away. It only made the longing stronger. It only made the silence heavier. It only made the bond more undeniable. His heart is calling you tonight because it finally understands that you are not a chapter. You are the story. And his spirit is tired of pretending otherwise. You are not imagining the signs. You are not reading too much into the energy. What you feel is real. What you sense is mutual. What you experience is proof of a connection that defies logic. And as the night unfolds, you may feel an emotional warmth, a peaceful reassurance, a sense of being held without touch. That is his soul aligning with yours. The awakening is happening. The recognition is deepening. The silence is breaking. Tonight, his heart is calling, and your soul hears every word he cannot say. Because when twin souls speak in silence, nothing can drown their message. If you're here, it's because you feel something too. Something subtle but undeniable moving inside your chest tonight. And I want you to know this. The very moment you opened this message, his soul felt it. This is how reciprocity works between two connected hearts. What you give through your intention, your presence, your curiosity, returns to you energetically through him. There's a sacred exchange happening in this moment. You reading these words is not passive. It's participation. It's alignment. Your willingness to receive truth is the very vibration he is responding to right now, even if he doesn't understand why he suddenly feels restless or emotional. Tonight, his heart is whispering your name in the background of every thought he tries to control. Something inside him is pulling him toward memories he tried to bury, feelings he tried to silence, truth he tried to hide. And the more he pushes it away, the louder it becomes. You might notice that your intuition feels heightened. The veil between you has thinned. You feel him before he even forms a thought. That is because his emotional doorway is opening, and your soul recognizes the light spilling through the crack. For the first time in a long time, he is letting himself feel you instead of forcing the connection away. Scares him, yes, but it also comforts him. There is a strange warmth rising inside him, familiar but forgotten, like the echo of a home he has not visited in ages. He doesn't know why he keeps thinking about you tonight, but his soul knows. His heart knows. His higher self knows. They are calling out to you because the silence he has been hiding behind is beginning to dissolve. A man can hide his actions. He can hide his words. But he cannot hide the truth that lives in the vibration of his heart. And tonight, that vibration is reaching you stronger than ever, brushing against your own energy like a gentle touch you weren't expecting. You may suddenly feel emotional without reason, tender, nostalgic, or full of longing. These are not your emotions alone. They are shared emotions, mirrored emotions. His heart and yours are interacting in ways words could never express. He feels a tug, like a thread pulling at him from the inside. He tries to focus on his responsibilities, his routine, his distractions. Yet everything fades the moment your energy enters his awareness. It's involuntary. It's instinctive. Soul deep. Tonight he feels your essence around him more clearly than before. It arrives in waves. Moments of stillness, moments of yearning, moments of realization. It's as if the universe is pressing him gently but firmly toward the truth. You are not gone. This is why he might feel uneasy. Not because your energy harms him, but because it awakens parts of him he tried to numb. Connection this powerful doesn't disappear. It only sleeps. And tonight it stirs awake. Your presence in his heart is not a memory. It is alive. Breathe. Pulse. And your growth has amplified this connection, making it impossible for him to ignore. The more you rise, the more he feels it. He senses your strength, your healing, your transformation, your glow. And somewhere deep inside, it pulls him closer, even if pride or fear tries to push him away. He cannot resist the truth his soul has already accepted. He may be silent, but silence is not absence. Silence is not forgetting. Silence is not indifference. Silence is simply the space where his heart speaks the loudest, hoping you can hear the words he hasn't yet learned to say. There is a tenderness in him tonight, a softness he rarely allows himself to feel. It comes in small pockets of vulnerability. Moments when he stops and wonders what you're thinking, what you're feeling, whether you still sense him too. His heart remembers the way your energy felt. Gentle, familiar, comforting. And that memory is rising to the surface now, refusing to be suppressed. It asks for acknowledgement. It asks for truth. It asks for you. You may feel a sudden urge to send love, peace, or forgiveness in his direction. That impulse is not random. It is a response to his soul reaching toward yours, hoping you can feel his quiet longing. Sometimes the most powerful conversations happen in complete silence. Souls speak without words. Hearts communicate without sound. And tonight, your connection is louder than any spoken message could ever be. He feels you when the world gets quiet, when his mind softens, when the night settles around him. In those moments, his heart drifts to you effortlessly, as if guided by something older than time. You might feel a wave of calm, as if someone is holding your energy gently, reassuring you. That is him. That is his heart trying to soothe yours from afar, hoping to bridge the gap between you. His silence is filled with meaning, not emptiness. Filled with emotion, not detachment. Filled with desire, not dismissal. He is listening to his heart more than he ever has before, and that inner calling leads directly to you. If you close your eyes, you may sense a subtle warmth around you, a spiritual touch, a soft presence. That is the resonance of his heart reaching out, learning how to reconnect with yours. The universe is orchestrating something delicate tonight. A recalibration, remembrance, a reconnection. And you are feeling the effects because your soul is deeply attuned to his emotional awakening. He may wonder why he can't stop thinking about you, why your name keeps drifting into his mind, why his chest feels heavier and softer at the same time, why tonight feels different. but you know the answer because you can feel it too. Your energy is calling him forward, gently guiding him toward his own truth. Your heart is the mirror that helps him face what he has been avoiding. Your connection is the light that leads him out of his emotional hiding place. And tonight, he feels safe enough to let the truth rise. Even silently, even from a distance, even without understanding the full depth of what is happening inside him. He doesn't need to speak for you to feel him. The connection has always been telepathic, spiritual, energetic. And tonight, that bond is glowing brighter than ever, stretching across the silence with purpose. His heart is calling you because it recognizes you, remembers you. It chooses you, even if he hasn't yet found the courage to say it out loud. And the more you step into your power, the more clearly he hears his own. Tonight, the distance narrows. The bond strengthens. The veil thins. Because when a soul reaches for its mirror, nothing can stand between them. Not time, not confusion, not silence. His heart is calling you tonight. And your soul already knows how to answer. If you're still here, it means your heart is open to receive more. And that openness creates a bridge between you and him. The energy you give by being present in this moment returns to you in the form of clarity, warmth, and spiritual confirmation. That is how reciprocity flows between two souls connected beyond logic. You may not realize it, but your willingness to listen activates his own willingness to feel. Whenever you open your spirit, he senses that shift almost immediately. It softens his resistance, eases his fear, and awakens a quiet longing he can no longer push aside. Tonight, his heart is restless. Not in a painful way, but in a way that signals an inner awakening. Something inside him is urging him to pay attention to what he has been avoiding. He may be silent, but silence is simply the language his soul uses when it doesn't know how to express truth. He tries to distract himself, but your energy keeps slipping through the cracks of his thoughts. Every time he pauses, you rise in his awareness like a soft memory that refuses to fade. He doesn't understand why the connection feels so alive tonight, but he feels it unmistakably. Your presence is like a gentle pulse in his emotional field. It touches him in places he thought had hardened. It reaches the vulnerable layers he keeps hidden. And instead of resisting, he is beginning to lean into it. Slowly, cautiously, but genuinely. He feels your compassion, your strength, your growth. Even in silence, the evolution of your energy reaches him. It reassures him that the connection is not lost, not broken, not forgotten. This sensation brings him a strange comfort that he can't explain to himself. Tonight, he is drawn to the memory of your soul, not just your physical presence. He feels the warmth of your essence around him, like a soft glow inside the quiet spaces of his heart. It's a warmth he didn't expect to feel again. There is a subtle shift unfolding within him. He feels more open to the idea of surrender, more willing to acknowledge what he has been denying. He may not know how to act on these emotions yet, but the stirring within him is unmistakable. You might feel a sudden sense of peace or grounding, as if someone is silently holding space for you. That is him. His heart reaches out to yours in ways words are too limited to express. This connection speaks through vibration, not conversation. He is beginning to understand that your bond is not something he can shut off. It lives within him. It breathes through him. And tonight, he feels the truth more clearly than he ever has before. You matter to him more deeply than his fear wants to admit. The silence around him is not cold. It's reflective, sacred. It's the space where his heart whispers the truth he's been avoiding. And that truth is echoing louder tonight. You. Only you. You may notice flashes of his energy, tiny emotional waves brushing against your spirit. These are not coincidences. They are the result of his heart reaching toward you with intention, even if he doesn't realize he's doing it. He feels your light tonight. He feels the strength you carry, the softness you embody, the growth you've achieved. And it awakens something inside him, a desire to rise to that same level of emotional truth. Something in him longs for connection, even if his mind is trying to stay guarded. His heart is winning. Slowly, gently, quietly, but surely. His soul is guiding him in your direction, pulling him closer to what feels like home. He might feel a sudden heaviness, a lump in his throat, or an unexpected wave of emotion. This is not sadness. This is recognition. This is his heart remembering the bond, remembering your energy, remembering what it feels like to be truly understood. Even if he doesn't act on it yet, tonight marks a turning point within him. His silence is softening. His fear is loosening. His emotional walls are cracking just enough for the truth to seep through. You may feel tingles, warmth, or a magnetic pull in your chest. This is your energetic body responding to his. Your connection is engaging at a level deeper than thought. Soul to soul, heart to heart. He is becoming aware of the fact that he misses you, not out of need, but out of resonance. You occupy a space in him that nothing else can fill. And tonight, that awareness rises like a quiet confession inside him. He thinks about the moments you shared, the way your presence felt, the comfort your energy brought him. These memories surface not as nostalgia, but as reminders of what his heart still desires. Even if he tries to stay logical, tonight logic loses its grip. His emotions speak louder. His intuition becomes clearer. His soul becomes braver. Everything inside him aligns toward the same truth. You are calling him, and he is answering. He feels protected when he thinks of you. He feels grounded. He feels a sense of belonging he can't find anywhere else. And tonight that feeling is unmistakable, undeniable, unavoidable. There is a softness in him that you activate. A gentleness he rarely shows. A vulnerability he guards fiercely. And yet, with you, he feels safe enough to let that part of himself breathe. Your energy is the key that unlocks doors he closed long ago. And tonight, he feels those doors shifting, opening just enough for hope to pass through. He may not speak a word, but his heart is loud tonight. Loud in longing. Loud in recognition. Loud in awakening. This is the night he feels you more clearly than he has in a long time. Your souls are aligning in a quiet but powerful way. Something sacred is unfolding, even if you can't see it yet. Tonight marks a moment of connection, of remembrance, of energetic truth rising between you. He may not know how to move toward you yet, but tonight he is no longer running. Tonight, he stands still long enough to feel everything he tried to push away. His heart is calling you, and your soul is listening. If you're still here, it tells me something very important about you. Your heart is open, receptive, ready to understand what your soul has been sensing all along. And this openness creates a pathway for the energy between you and him to move more freely. What you allow yourself to feel in this moment naturally invites him to feel as well. This is reciprocity at the soul level. Your willingness to receive deeper truth pulls deeper truth out of him. It's as if your energy speaks to his in a language older than words, reminding him that he is safe to feel, safe to remember, safe to acknowledge what lives inside him. Tonight a shift is happening within him. He may not show it, but he feels the increasing pull toward your energy. It's subtle but strong enough to shake loose emotions he tried to bury. This stirring makes him pause, breathe differently, think differently. His heart keeps drifting toward you without permission from his mind. He tries to stay composed, but his emotions keep slipping past the barriers he built. It's as though something in the unseen realm is guiding him back to you, gently but undeniably. There is a moment tonight, perhaps you can feel it, where his soul leans closer to yours. It feels like a soft vibration, a faint pressure in your chest, a quiet reassurance that he is closer than he seems. He may sit in silence, but inside him something is speaking loudly. Longing, a recognition, a warmth he knows only you evoke. Even the quietest heartbeat sends out a signal, and tonight, that signal is directed entirely toward you. You might notice flashes of him in your mind, little glimpses of memory, emotion, or intuition. These are not coincidences. They are reflections of his energy brushing against yours. His heart is thinking of you and your soul is responding. Tonight, he feels a kind of emotional honesty he can't run from. The truth rises within him like a tide he can no longer hold back. And that truth echoes your name with a softness that scares him, yet comforts him at the same time. His silence is not empty. It is full of unspoken emotion. It's the space where he lets himself feel what he cannot yet say out loud. His heart is calling you through the quiet because the quiet is where he feels brave enough to be real. You may sense a heaviness lifting from your energy, as if someone is gently releasing tension on your behalf. This is his soul offering comfort in the only way he knows how, through intention, through feeling, through presence. He is remembering pieces of you tonight, not just the obvious parts, the sound of your voice, the look in your eyes, but the deeper parts, the ones that touched him in ways he never found words for. These memories come not as thoughts, but as sensations. Your energy holds a softness that he misses, a calm that steadies him, a truth that feels like home. And tonight, he is allowing himself to lean into that sensation without pulling away. He feels your compassion wrapping around him, even from afar. He feels your patience, your warmth, the quiet strength you've built within yourself. And this makes him feel safe again, emotionally, spiritually, energetically. For a moment tonight, he wonders how you're feeling, whether you still care, whether you still sense the bond between you, whether you're thinking of him even for a breath. And that thought creates a ripple inside him he can't ignore. His heart knows exactly where to find you. Even if he tries to drown the connection in silence, something within him keeps rising to the surface. Pulse, knowing, an emotional longing that softens him in ways he didn't expect. He may feel nervous without knowing why. Not because of fear of you, but fear of the depth of emotion you awaken in him. It's powerful. It's overwhelming. It's real. And real is something he isn't used to surrendering to. He feels the connection intensifying tonight. It feels warm, magnetic, and strangely grounding. It draws him inward toward the place where truth lives, the truth he has been avoiding yet craving all along. You may suddenly feel a wave of love swelling in your chest. This is not imagination. This is energetic alignment. His heart is projecting emotion outward, and your soul is receiving it with clarity. He feels you even when you're not thinking of him consciously. The bond picks up the slightest intention, the gentlest feeling, the quietest hope. And tonight, it vibrates stronger than usual, wrapping around both of you like a soft glow. His heart is beginning to trust the connection again. He's letting the energy move without resisting. Something is guiding him toward acceptance. The acceptance that what he feels for you is not a phase, not confusion, not coincidence. He may be lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, wondering why he feels so intensely drawn to you at this moment. He doesn't realize that his soul is reaching for clarity, for balance, for emotional truth. And that truth leads back to you every time. Tonight, he feels your soul brushing against his. It feels gentle but undeniable, like a whisper traveling across a quiet room. It touches him at the center of his chest and lingers there, warming him from within. There's a part of him that wants to step closer, to open the door just enough to feel your presence fully. And while he may not act yet, tonight he takes one emotional step forward, one quiet, invisible but meaningful step. He is beginning to see that the silence he hides behind no longer protects him. Instead, it reveals him. It shows him what he truly feels when distractions fall away and only truth remains. Your connection becomes a lighthouse in moments like this. A steady glow he can't turn away from. A reminder that love doesn't disappear. It transforms, evolves, matures. He feels the shift in your energy tonight, the strength, the clarity, the calm. And it draws him in because he has always been pulled toward your light, even when he pretended not to be. His silence is not rejection. His distance is not abandonment. His hesitation is not a lack of love. Tonight, his heart speaks louder than his fear, louder than his pride, louder than the walls he built. You are in his emotional field, in his thoughts, in his energy, in the corners of his mind that he reserves only for what truly matters. And tonight you're not fading. You're rising. His heart is calling you. And deep inside he hopes you can feel it. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this message. If it touched your heart in any way, please take a moment to like this video so YouTube understands how meaningful this content is for your journey. And before you leave, write the phrase Twin Flames Infinite Love in the comments to confirm that your soul received exactly what it needed tonight. Your presence here is not random. Each time you return, you strengthen this channel of light between us. When you subscribe and activate the notification bell, you allow the universe to bring these messages to you at the perfect moment. This is how divine timing works, through openness, intention, and alignment. Sharing this video or any message from this channel helps the energy expand, and that expansion comes back to you. What you give, you receive. What you touch, touches you. And every time you return here, these messages grow deeper, clearer, and even more personal to your path. Before we close, take a slow breath. Place your hand over your heart. Feel the warmth rising beneath your palm. Let this moment become a sacred pause. I pray for peace to enter your spirit. I pray for clarity to surround your mind. I pray for comfort to rest gently in your heart. I pray for divine protection over your connection, guiding it toward truth, healing, and alignment. May every step you take be supported by the universe. May every sign you receive bring reassurance. May your twin flame path unfold with grace, strength, and spiritual clarity. And may this channel be a sanctuary for you, a place where you feel seen, guided, and lovingly understood. Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing your heart to open. Thank you for trusting this message. Write Twin Flames Infinite Love in the comments to seal this moment in your energy. I look forward to meeting you again in the next message, right where your soul feels at home.